Welcome everyone to my Corvette, more specifically, my disgusting, mold-infested, wrecked Corvette. I just picked this up for $4,000. Admittedly, it's a little too much because this needs quite a bit of work. The transporter was nice enough to pull it into the driveway here, but this is the first time I'm looking at this car together with you. But we're going to do this quickly because this has to get out of here. Not only may we have some residents still in the vehicle, but the smell coming out of the interior, which you will see here in a moment. But let's just see what we have going on here. So just to start off, clearly it needs a driver's side headlight assembly. I first thought, how much could those cost? Maybe $350 to find used? Try $800 to $1,000 just to find one in good condition. Now, I'm hoping I got lucky. Last night, around 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a listing on eBay for $410 with free returns. I did buy it. I'm hoping that's going to turn out. Obviously, it needs a hood, a front bumper, and it does need a driver's side fender. The passenger side seems to be in okay shape. Look at the brake fluid alone. Look how raunch and nasty that is. Looks like someone did do the clutch. This, if you don't know what this is something I showed when I replaced the clutch on the CTSV. This is a remote bleeder. This makes it way easier to bleed the clutch. It may be a speed bleeder. What I'm calling a speed bleeder on top of that. Speed bleeding meaning one person could do the job. Once you depress the brake pedal, that little valve does not allow air to go back in the system, makes it even easier. But that is something we will find out. But fortunately, this means it does not have the original clutch. Whoa, look at this. I was not expecting this. That's a heads-up display. Look at this thing. I mean, it is just... Definitely new seats are in order. What a difference. Let's take a look in the back, shall we? I believe this is for XM radio, for the aftermarket radio. It does have one of these backup cameras. Looks like someone had an amp in here. Pioneer, the head unit also is a Pioneer. That's kind of cool. And if you're not sure if this is new to you on the Corvettes, in here, I should put gloves on. This, it's scratched up, damn it. I think there's another spot, but these are all of the codes for the options in the vehicle. There may be another place for that. The other thing I certainly need, pushing 50, is a lift. Big time, I need a lift. Yo! Yo, mama! Oh! All right, here we go. Does this thing telescope? I don't know anything about these. Oh, it's electronic. Oh, fancy. Does it go down? Maybe on one of these things? Hold on. Sweet. Okay, let's go. Needs a belt, that's for sure. Transmission feels real nice. Spoke too soon. 4, 5. I can't get into 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Got it. Okay. Oh my goodness, this thing is disgusting. And the heads-up display works. I know you can't see that, but it works great. HVAC is not turning off unless I'm doing something wrong. Let's see. Oh, it's holding. That's great. Let's put it in gear. Let's wash this bad boy. I decided to tackle the interior first. The plan is removing everything, scrubbing, steaming, elbow grease, using an ozone machine, and just killing every single mold spore that I can. Because this is old GM, just slowly taking things apart is pretty darn easy. And because this has a double din radio, the original bezel's not here. There's an ashtray here on the C5 Corvette that's missing, which would have two fasteners holding this on instead of this. But right next to the ignition to the left, there's an intake air, or I should say interior temperature sensor, which has been Velcroed on. That's always a good sign. And they used what should be a T15. It is like an 8 mil. That's what happens when you start, you know, butchering up the interior. Yesterday, I used one of these odor bombs, odor eliminators. Man, I mean, it does take away the smell, or at least masks the smell, but it is super strong. And this should come out. Yeah, there we go. You know, it's funny, I was looking at this earlier, and I kept saying to myself, yeah, look, it's bubbling. This is really like a very bright gloss type of black, and now I know why. It's not factory. It's way too bright. Wow, this guy's got a lot of stuff in here. Take a look at this. No idea what all this stuff is. I would have to look. This almost looks like a radar detector. I have no idea. I gotta start researching this stuff. But anyway, let's get this carpet out of here. Don't break. Good thoughts, good thoughts. Don't break. This is actually balsa wood that they use on Corvettes. You can remove this. What is that for? It's like, look, it's all this like hardware from Lowe's or Home Depot rolling around here. And wrapping up the end of day 2 here, using an ozone machine to attack every square inch of surface inside the Corvette. Let's hope this does the job. And day 3 of the Corvette, everything's airing out nicely. I don't really smell anything too much. I'm also using Chemical Guys fabric cleaner. It's doing a really nice job. But check this out, just by chance, I tried Clorox bleach foamer. Look at the difference here. It's like a brand new seat. For some reason, this is cockeyed, but man, what a difference. This is the driver's carpet. This dried within a day in 80-degree weather in the sun, passenger side. My plan is to go over this one more time with Chemical Guys, the fabric cleaner, and you just get the smell is almost gone, but get it really nice and clean. Just some interior parts laying in the sun. I have more in the back. And here on the deck, you see how nice everything came out. This is the carpet in the back. May build some wood cribs. I haven't decided yet what we're going to do once, you know, we start the maintenance and everything. And just over the weekend, I rented a cargo van and picked up this hood. Now, a pickup truck would work, but you would have to angle it and strap it down. My concern from tip to tip is 59 inches. It's a really wide hood. And I had to drive through New York City, and the roads are garbage in New York City, and I just didn't want the thing rattling around. Even if it's strapped, I don't want to put too much stress on an end. You never know. So a cargo van was a little bit more to rent, but I was able to get it in nicely. It laid flat from end to end. I placed some protective, you know, like moving blankets and so forth on the ends. Now, I want to show you some before shots. This is before I cleaned anything. Look how nasty it is here. And just with the magic eraser, look at the difference. How much nicer. This is maybe 10 minutes worth of work. It's coming. The great thing about the Corvette being fiberglass, there's no rust and really good rubber on the Corvette. Over 30, almost 30 years old, and still really nice shape, but you can clearly see, look at the difference here. Pretty wild. next episode is getting this thing road worthy, checking all of the fluids, the brakes, making sure this thing is 100% okay. We have to check the harmonic balancer, the belt. So there's a lot of work to do. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.